All right, so let's take a look at this week for you. You have, an essay plan that should be completed at this time. You started last week with planning out how you're going to present the way that the author uses literary techniques to develop the plot of The Pearl. Now, hopefully, you were able to use my model from The Most Dangerous Game to really give you the plan structure and inspire ideas for you. There's definitely more help and support with that this week as far as taking that plan into actual paragraphs, but you need to have the ideas laid out for you. So before you move on to do anything else, please make sure that you have that completed. So both schedules are on here. Let's take a look. First of all, if you are an A student, on Monday, we'll take a few minutes to review chapter 4 through 6 and then have the quiz. I like to just be able to discuss with you so that you can ask any questions and at least check your thinking. So we'll squeeze that in before you actually take the quiz, just like we did last time. And then you can spend the rest of Monday and Tuesday viewing the instructional videos about the essay process, working with the quizzes and the Nearpod review activity that I have. So primarily on Monday, we'll be finishing up with the text of The Pearl, and then you'll be going ahead and moving on with really focusing on essay production. If you're on B schedule, you can go ahead and spend Monday and Tuesday viewing those instructional videos. You'll have already taken the quiz on Friday, so you're moving on with the essay starting on Monday, and you'll have time to work on those instructional videos and the practice quizzes that you see in Schoology. Then on Wednesday, when everyone's home, all students on Wednesday will explore the horror genre anticipatory activities. Our next unit is called The Thrill of Horror, and we're going to be exploring some different fiction and nonfiction passages that are related to that genre. And so in order to kind of get you started thinking with that and familiarizing yourself with that, there is an activity where you're going to complete a 3-2-1, which is basically 3 items, 2 items, 1 item, and I'll be specifying what those are for you. And you'll also write a reader response in an editable document that I have set up for you, just like we've used before. And then there is a Nearpod matching activity. It'll have some vocabulary, some story titles, some pictures, and some different things for you to match up and see where you stand as far as your knowledge moving forward into this unit. And so it will hopefully get you thinking about some of the selections and some of the things that we'll be studying. Then everyone, whether you're in class or outside of class, will spend Thursday and Friday typing the paragraphs of your essay where you're writing about the literary techniques in The Pearl. So some of you will be typing and submitting at home, and some of you will be typing, submitting in class. So please be prepared and understand that that's what Thursday and Friday will be devoted to. We'll make sure that you have everything in order, and of course, you can ask me questions prior to that to make sure that you are on the right track and submitting the correct thing. Please notice that there is no picture option for submitting this essay. You'll see in the instructional videos that I advise you to have a written plan and go straight from pencil paper written plan to the keyboard. That most closely resembles what you'll face for the FSA test, and that's part of why we're practicing this. And so you'll just want to take your plan and go right to the keyboard. Now, there's a couple options of how you can submit that typed essay, but a picture is definitely not one of them. You shouldn't even have the whole essay written out. You should simply have the plan that you're going to transform into sentences when you're on the keyboard. So please keep that in mind, and let me know if you have any questions about that process. You have Thursday and Friday to really focus on getting that typed and maybe proofread and then submitted. And then finally, if you'll remember last week, I mentioned in the overview to please take some time to do the Reading Plus Insight Assessment. That is something that we will start implementing probably not until Q2 as far as your independent reading credit, but it's also an important data point. The initial assessment sets your level. It's part of our school data, and it's part of where you'll start with the Reading Plus Insight assessment. So the only thing you'll want to make sure is that you have approximately 30 minutes of uninterrupted time. The instructions were in last week's folder. They're also attached here at the bottom of the page. So if you need to take a look at that, you can. But it's really just as simple as going to ClassLink, clicking on the Reading Plus tile, and it really initiates itself from there. It starts from there. And the only thing you want to make sure is that you can devote about 30 minutes to that time. So that is something I would like for you to make sure that you accomplish this week, so that when we do start using it officially, we have the starting point for you completed. And that is your week. Good luck, have fun, and let me know if you have any questions.